The day my colleague stole my research and the board told me I was finished, my mother stood in the doorway, eyes cold, and said, "You're a joke, and you'll never amount to anything." In that instant, the life I'd built crumbled, and the lesson was clear. Betrayal cuts deeper than any failure. I packed a single duffel, left the lab, and drove to the old farm my grandparents left me. The house smelled of dust and doubt. My siblings laughed when I told them I'd turned the barren fields into glowing food. "You'll bankrupt us," my brother shouted, "and bring shame on the family name." I swallowed the sting, locked the door, and set up a modest lab in the barn. Night after night, I mixed phosphorescent algae with seed, watched the first faint blue pulse in the dark. The ridicule followed me home like a shadow, but I let it fuel the fire inside. Years passed. The scientific community still scoffed, calling my work a fantasy. Grants dried up, and I survived on odd jobs, but the glow never dimmed. One winter, a megacity faced a crippling food shortage. Their vertical farms failed, and the streets grew quiet. A desperate city planner read about my bioluminescent crops and called me. I shipped a crate of seed, and within weeks the first luminous rows sprouted in the concrete canyons. The city's lights dimmed, the energy bill dropped, and families ate fresh vegetables grown under a gentle blue glow. The same people who called me a fool now begged for my technology. My name, once whispered in derision, appeared on the cover of major journals. The field of bioluminescent sustainable agriculture, once mocked, became the solution to urban hunger. Last spring, I got a call that my mother was ill. I drove back to the farm, expecting silence, maybe a few polite nods. Instead, my sister opened the door, eyes wide, and whispered, "Is that really you?" She led me through rows of glowing lettuce, tomatoes, and corn that lit the night like a moonlit meadow. My mother, frail but smiling, reached out and touched a leaf, her fingers trembling. I never imagined," she whispered, tears slipping down her cheeks. My brother, who once called me a burden, stood at the edge of the field, his jaw clenched, then slowly nodded. "You were right," he said, voice raw. "We were wrong." The moment was quiet, but the weight of years of derision crashed over us like a tide. I saw the shame they carried, the embarrassment they'd caused, and I felt no triumph, only a deep, quiet gratitude. I had turned their mockery into a legacy, and in doing so, healed the rift they'd created. Walking through those luminous rows, I realized that the true harvest wasn't the crops, but the lesson that perseverance outshines prejudice. The betrayal that pushed me away became the spark that lit a path for others. If you've ever been told you're an embarrassment, remember, the world may dim your light, but your resolve can make it shine brighter than anyone imagined.